Sorry.
The meeting will please come to order. This is the regular Cuyahoga County Council meeting for Wednesday, November 12th, 2025. It is just a couple minutes past 5 o'clock. And I am not going to read the usual introductory remarks about decorum and rules of procedure, but just to note that all of these rules remain in effect for this meeting. And so the clerk will please call the roll.
Good evening, everyone. As a reminder to all in attendance, this meeting is being recorded and live streamed on the county's YouTube page. Also, as a reminder to all meeting attendees seeking parking validation for tonight's meeting, please be sure to scan the QR code located on the back table near the chamber's entrance to claim your discount. If you do not already have a Metropolis account, you will need your license plate number to set up the account in advance of receiving your validation. Please be sure to complete this prior to the end of today's meeting, as the QR code will be removed at the conclusion of today's meeting. Calling the roll, Mr. Kelly.
Here.
Mr. Sweeney.
Present.
Mr. Castleberry.
Here.
Mr. Gallagher.
Here.
Mr. Schlepper.
Here.
Ms. Conwell.
Present.
Mr. Jones.
Here.
Ms. Turner.
Present.
Mr. Hauser.
Here.
Ms. Simon.
Here.
Council President Miller.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you very much. I'd like to ask everyone in attendance to please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Yesterday, our nation celebrated Veterans Day to honor and thank our brave men and women for their service, sacrifice, and commitment to keeping us safe. Please join me in a moment of silent reflection to recognize our veterans and first responders here in Cuyahoga County and across the country. Thank you very much. The next item on the agenda is public comment. Has anybody signed in?
No public comment has been submitted.
Okay. Thank you very much. And the next item is approval of the minutes from our October 28th, 2025 regular council meeting. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes from October 28th, 2025. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion is approved. Under my announcements, following Rule 6B, I would like to make a motion to amend tonight's agenda by adding two resolutions introduced by the county executive that will be referred to committee. The first resolution is Resolution 2025-0325, which is recommending an award to the Whiting Turner Contracting Company in the amount not to exceed $4,200,000 for the design and construction of the Virgil E. Brown Rehabilitation Project. The second resolution is Resolution 2025-0326, which is recommending an award to CEP Renewables, LLC, in the amount not to exceed $18,900,000 for financing and construction of a 6.5 megawatt solar farm in Brooklyn, Ohio. Both resolutions will be referred to the appropriate committees later on in the meeting when we get to that section of the agenda. Do I have a motion or a second to the motion to amend the agenda and add these two resolutions?
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to amend the agenda. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The agenda is amended, and I would now ask for the county executive's comments.
Thank you, Council President. Good evening, members of council and members of the public. Council President, you and I are on the same train tonight. I just wanted to, again, thank our veterans here in Cuyahoga County for their service and remember what yesterday was really all about. I am pleased to announce that this week we will be opening a new Veterans Pod at the county jail. You're all welcome to 9 o'clock opening of that this Friday. It's a special housing unit for our veterans. I want to thank a veteran, Sheriff Patel, who's a veteran himself, and Chief Nestor Rivera for seeing the wisdom in supporting our veterans with specialized support housing at our Justice Center. So that'll be this Friday at 9 o'clock. Wanted to say, as we speak of veterans, the SNAP and Medicaid cuts that are looming and work requirements that are coming hit all of our community hard, as has this government closure for these 40-plus days. I want to thank our community in its entirety for coming together to stopgap the losses of SNAP benefits during this period of government closure. We together with you, Council, and with our foundation community and our corporate community and our sports teams raised over $650,000 for temporary assistance for our families in need during this time of the SNAP drought. But we know that as we go forward, work requirements and other new requirements are going to really pinch the SNAP and Medicaid programs in our community, and it does hit our veterans. So I just can't say enough about our support. We remember our veterans this week, but we should all weeks of the year, from everything from how we house our veterans that are in our care in our Justice Center, and also those in need with SNAP, Medicaid, and housing, which you guys know homelessness is a particularly pervasive problem in our veterans community, but all throughout our community. So thanks again to the partners for sticking up for our veterans, and I think Cuyahoga County is showing its finest moment with the opening of the new Veterans Pod, and want to thank Judge Andrew Santoli also for his work with the Veterans Court. It's an all-in effort. In the spirit of the discussion about SNAP and Medicaid, I just want to say that we are working toward a Cuyahoga Cares program that will become give you more in-depth detail about it, but basically we have convened a hunger relief task force, and also will be convening a Medicaid access partnership. Those names may change, but the idea is that we need to confront hunger right now in our community and potential loss of health insurance benefits, both now and into the future with the coming requirements that our federal government has put upon us. Last thing I want to say, council members, is thank you for your work. While the federal government is closed, the county government never closes, and you've been working tirelessly during this budget period with our team and administration, and I just want to say thanks for the partnership and staying open for business here for our residents in Cuyahoga County. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Legislation introduced by council. Consideration of resolutions of council for first reading and referral to committee.
Resolution 2025-0309, awarding a total sum not to exceed $15,000 to the Growing Right Over Wealth for the Mothers to Provider Safety and Compliance Access Project from the District 11 ARPA Community Grant Fund.
Refer to the Health, Human Services, and Aging Committee.
Resolution 2025-0310, amending Rule 17 of the Cuyahoga County Rules of Council to establish additional guidelines and procedures for public comment at council and committee meetings.
Refer to the Council Operations, Information Technology, and Public Transportation Committee. Committee reports and consideration of resolutions of council for second reading.
Resolution 2025-0300, awarding a total sum not to exceed $25,000 to Flats Forward, Inc. for the Flats Revitalization Project from the District 3 ARPA Community Grant Fund.
This item will move to the November 25th, 2025 council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption.
Resolution 2025-0301, awarding a total sum not to exceed $45,000 to the City of Beechwood for the Deer Sterilization Program from the District 11 ARPA Community Grant Fund.
This item will move to the November 25th, 2025 council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption. Consideration of resolutions of council for third reading adoption.
Resolution 2025-0274, authorizing an amendment to Resolution Number 2024-0396 in the amount not to exceed $250,000 to the Murtis Taylor Human Services System for the relocation of the Students of Promise Prentice Place Transitional Living Project from the District 8 ARPA Community Grant Fund.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Thank you. This resolution was heard in the committee, and I want to defer over to Councilman Jones to talk about it.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Yes, this item is an amendment. The Students of Promise has moved their location, literally one building to the north of their original location. The new location will have a larger space to provide the homeless services. The rent will be a lesser amount. And so this has allowed them to be much more fiscally responsible with the dollars that they have. So I urge my colleagues to support.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of adoption say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Resolution is adopted.
Through the chair, may I add my name?
Please add the councilperson's name.
Resolution 2025-0287, awarding a total sum not to exceed $25,000 to the Road Gold, Inc. for the Recidivism on a Decline program from the District 3 ARPA Community Grant Fund.
So moved.
Second.
I just want to thank my two colleagues that joined me as sponsorship. It was presented, everybody thought it was a great idea, and it's just something that's much needed, so I ask my colleagues to support it.
All those in favor of adoption say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Resolution is adopted.
Resolution 2025-0288, awarding a total sum not to exceed $25,000 to the Spanish American Committee for the Little Footsteps Bilingual Child Enrichment Center project from the District 3 ARPA Community Grant Fund.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Thank you. This matter was heard in committee. We heard how, what great work this organization does with, and this amount of money is going to go a long way, but I'm going to defer over to the sponsor.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. The Spanish American Committee has been around a long time, and they don't ask for much. And through my entire career, as I said, when we opened Centro Villa, they've been ignored. And this is a time, not ignored, not totally ignored, but it's nice that we have the opportunity to do some good things for the neighborhood of Clark Fulton, and they're just going to continue doing the wonderful work. So I ask my colleagues to support it.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Resolution is adopted.
Resolution 2025-0290, adopting various changes to the Cuyahoga County Non-Bargaining Classification Plan.
So moved.
Second.
This is just technical changes to the classified bargaining plan, and ask my colleagues to support it.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Resolution is adopted. Consideration of an ordinance of council for first reading and referral to committee.
Ordinance 2025-0011, enacting the right of county renters to pay to stay and declaring the necessity that this ordinance become immediately effective.
Refer to the Community Development and Housing Committee. Consideration of an ordinance of council for third reading adoption.
Ordinance 2025-0006, amending Section 206.13 of the Cuyahoga County Code to remove the term limits for Commission on Human Rights members.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Is there any discussion?
No discussion. It was heard and thoroughly reviewed.
All those in favor of adoption say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Resolution is adopted. Legislation introduced by executive consideration of a resolution for first reading adoption under suspension of the rules. May I have a motion to suspend the rules regarding referral to committee and requiring three readings?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to suspend the rules. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The rules are suspended.
Resolution 2025-0311, amending the 2024-2025 biennial operating budget for 2025 by providing for additional fiscal appropriations, appropriation transfers, and cash transfers, and amending Resolution Number 2025-0291 dated October 14, 2025.
Move to adopt.
Second.
The resolution makes mid-biennium budget adjustments to the county's 2024-2025 operating budget. It provides appropriation increases, decreases, and transfers to meet operational needs of various departments along with necessary cash transfers. These adjustments include several significant items related to public safety, health and human services, and infrastructure. Key highlights include several appropriations out of the opioid mitigation fund. These items include $7 million to support the recently approved Behavioral Health Crisis Center led by the centers, $2.88 million additional funding to Metro Health for inmate opioid treatment programs, $3.5 million to expand co-responder programs pairing behavioral health professionals with police and fire departments, and $1.2 million for opioid awareness and prevention campaigns. Other items outside of the opioid mitigation fund include $4.49 million, which increases for children and family services for out-of-home care contracts by HHS levy, from the HHS levy. The much discussed and anticipated $11.46 million increase for the Sheriff's Department's personnel, including overtime for deputies, corrections officers, and other staff. There's $4.33 million for controlled and operational costs in the sheriff's office and jail operations. The agenda includes several other additional appropriations for recently approved economic development loan disbursements and other public works projects, as well as appropriation realignments within HHS, juvenile court, and the fiscal office. So, this resolution ensures that county departments have the necessary resources to continue essential services, and I urge my colleagues to support this item.
Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Resolution is adopted. Consideration of resolutions for first reading and referral to committee.
Resolution 2025-0312, confirming the county executive's reappointment of the Honorable Mayor Nicole Daly Jones to serve on the Cuyahoga County Planning Commission, representing the West Shore region for the term January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2028.
Refer to the Human Resources Appointments and Equity Committee.
Mr. President, please add my name to that.
Please add Councilman Kelly's name.
Resolution 2025-0313, confirming the county executive's appointment of Dr. Charles Garvin to serve on the Alcohol, Drug Addiction, and Mental Health Services Board of Cuyahoga County for the term July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2029.
Refer to Human Resources.
Resolution 2025-0314, confirming the county executive's reappointment of Isabel G. Klein to serve on the Cuyahoga County Archives Advisory Commission for the term December 1st, 2025 through November 30th, 2029.
Refer to Human Resources.
Resolution 2025-0315, confirming the county executive's reappointment of Ramona J. Davis to serve on the Cuyahoga County Community Improvement Corporation Board of Trustees for the term January 2nd, 2026 through January 1st, 2029.
Refer to Human Resources.
Resolution 2025-0316, confirming the county executive's reappointment of Richard Perry to serve on the Cuyahoga County Community Improvement Corporation Board of Trustees for the term January 2nd, 2026 through January 1st, 2029.
Refer to Human Resources.
Resolution 2025-0317, making an award on requisition 14693 to RPI Consultants, LLC, in the amount not to exceed $12 million for the Infor Lawson Software Consulting Services, effective upon signatures of all parties for a period of 3 years.
Refer to the Council Operations, Information Technology, and Public Transportation Committee.
Resolution 2025-0318, authorizing a contract with Infor Public Sector, Inc. in the amount not to exceed $21,996,512 for Infor licenses and cloud hosting services for enterprise resource planning, effective upon signatures of all parties for a period of 10 years.
Refer to the Council Operations, Information Technology, and Public Transportation Committee.
Resolution 2025-0319, making an award on requisition 16009 to Metropolitan Life Insurance Company in the amount not to exceed $1,924,746.28 for vision insurance for county employees and their eligible dependents, effective upon signatures of all parties for the period January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2029.
Refer to Human Resources.
Resolution 2025-0320, making an award on requisition 16008 with Delta Dental Plan of Ohio, Inc., in the amount not to exceed $11,875,028.40 for dental insurance for county employees and their eligible dependents, effective upon signatures of all parties for the period January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2028.
Refer to Human Resources.
Resolution 2025-0321, authorizing an amendment to a contract with Alliant Insurance Services, Inc. for insurance brokerage and risk management services for the period January 1st, 2023 through December 31st, 2025, to extend the time period to December 31st, 2026, to amend various terms and to add funds in an amount of $2,256,483 for a total amount not to exceed $9,279,423. Excuse me.
Refer to Committee of the Whole.
Resolution 2025-0322, making an award on requisition 13840 to Executive Information Services, Inc., in the amount not to exceed $3,999,756.96 for replacement of the jail management system located at the Cuyahoga County Corrections Center, effective upon signatures of all parties for a period of 3 years.
Refer to Public Safety and Justice Affairs.
Resolution 2025-0323, authorizing an agreement with Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office in the amount not to exceed $8,322,252 for legal services for the period January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2027.
Refer to Health, Human Services, and Aging.
Resolution 2025-0324, authorizing an amendment to a master contract with various providers for Cuyahoga Options for Independent Living Services program for the period January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2026, to extend the time period to March 31st, 2027, to change the name of 2 providers, and for additional funds in the total amount not to exceed $7,237,500, effective upon signatures of all parties for the vendors A through W.
Refer to Health, Human Services, and Aging.
Resolution 2025-0325, making an award on requisition 16140 with the Whiting Turner Contracting Company in the amount not to exceed $4,200,000 for the design and construction of the Virgil E. Brown Rehabilitation Project located at 1641 Superior Avenue in the city of Cleveland, effective upon signatures of all parties through project completion.
Refer to Public Works, Procurement, and Contracting Committee.
Resolution 2025-0326, authorizing a contract with CEP Renewables, LLC, in the amount not to exceed $18,900,000 for financing and construction of a 6.5 megawatt solar farm in the city of Brooklyn, Ohio, effective upon signatures of all parties through December 31st, 2027.
Refer to Education, Environment, and Sustainability Committee. Committee reports and consideration of resolutions for second reading. This next item in front of us is the item that we heard today in the Committee of the Whole and decided to recommend for second reading suspension. So I would like to make a motion to amend the agenda and move this item into section D below, which is committee reports and consideration of resolutions for second reading adoption under suspension of the rules. Do I have a second? Second. It's been moved and seconded to amend the agenda. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The agenda is amended.
Resolution 2025-0306, making an award on requisition 16254 to United Survey, Inc. in the amount not to exceed $3,642,859 for the 2025 Sewer Rehabilitation Program for various county sewer districts, effective upon signatures of all parties for a period of 3 years.
This item will move to the November 25th, 2025 council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption.
Resolution 2025-0307, authorizing an amendment to a master contract with various providers for a summer youth employment program for low-income TANF-eligible youth, ages 14 through 24, for the period November 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2025, to extend the time period to October 31st, 2026, to amend the budget terms and for additional funds in the total amount not to exceed $6,011,175.95, effective January 1st, 2026.
This item will move to the November 25th, 2025 council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption. Committee reports and consideration of resolutions for second reading adoption under suspension of the rules. May I have a motion to suspend the rule regarding 3 full readings?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rule.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to suspend the rules. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The rules are suspended.
Resolution 2025-0304, authorizing the issuance and sale of general obligation bond anticipation notes in a principal amount not to exceed $14,220,000 in anticipation of the issuance of bonds to retire outstanding bond anticipation notes issued to provide funds for the purpose of paying the costs of constructing, renovating, improving, or repairing sports facilities, including specifically major capital repairs to such sports facilities, together with all necessary appurtenances and work incidental thereto, and to pay the costs of issuance in connection therewith.
Move to adopt.
Second.
This item was discussed in the Committee of the Whole, and this is the next step in our process of repaying the money that we used to fund the 2 sports teams, the ballpark and the arena, in collaboration with the City of Cleveland. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of adoption say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? The resolution is adopted.
Resolution 2025-0305, authorizing an amendment to a revenue-generating agreement, number 50, with the City of Cleveland to lease space located at 1300 Ontario Street in the City of Cleveland for the period October 2nd, 2018 through October 1st, 2025, to extend the time period to October 1st, 2026, and for additional revenue in the anticipated amount not to exceed $2,685,075.50.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Mr. President, this was heard in committee. This is one of those rare moments where we should enjoy this because Cleveland will be moving into their new headquarters for their police officers and no longer necessary for them to use our space. We wish them luck, and recommendation was adoption.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Resolution is adopted.
Resolution 2025-0308, authorizing an amendment to a contract with the Salvation Army for supportive pass services for homeless men in the Pickup Assessment Shelter Service Transitional Housing Program for the period October 1st, 2023 through September 30th, 2025, to extend the time period to September 30th, 2026, to amend the budget terms and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $834,302, effective October 1st, 2025.
Move to adopt.
Second.
To my colleagues, it's just an extension of the time period and adding necessary funds to cover the extending time. So I ask all my colleagues for passage as necessary.
All those in favor of adoption, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Resolution is adopted. Consideration of resolutions for third reading adoption.
Resolution 2025-0294, confirming the county executive's reappointment of Kenneth A. Bravo to serve on the Cuyahoga County Archives Advisory Commission for the term December 1st, 2025 through November 30th, 2029.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Bravo came and presented himself. It was passed unanimously, and I asked my colleagues to support this, and I want to thank the administration for getting it in a timely manner because it starts 12/1/25.
All those in favor of adoption, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Resolution is adopted.
Resolution 2025-0295, confirming the county executive's reappointment of Chris H. Garrett to serve on the Cuyahoga County Archives Advisory Commission for the term December 1st, 2025 through November 30th, 2029.
Once again, Mr. Garrett came, presented, and the council committee members voted unanimously, and once again, it's within the timeframe of 12/1, so I appreciate that. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
We need a motion, please.
Motion. Whatever I said the last time.
All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Resolution is adopted.
Resolution 2025-0296, authorizing a revenue-generating agreement with the City of Middleburg Heights in the amount not to exceed $1,487,562 for maintenance and repair of sanitary and storm sewer and pumping stations located in County Sewer District Number 8, effective upon signatures of all parties.
Move to adopt.
Second.
This is a revenue-generating agreement for just under $1.5 million not to exceed for maintenance and repair of sanitary, storm, sewer, and pump stations. Now, this agreement was originally established back in 1997, and it was last updated in 2010. So this before us is the first of many that we will see that modernizes the agreement. It removes ambiguity. Again, it just updates the agreement. Make some change to the language in some of the storm sections. But again, it's just a modernization of the agreement, and I ask my colleagues for support.
All those in favor of adoption, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Resolution is adopted. Consideration of ordinances for first reading and referral to committee.
Ordinance 2025-0008, amending the title of Chapter 705 of the County Code, enacting new County Code Section 705.06, approving sewer permit fees, inspection fees, overtime, holiday weekend inspection fees, and contractor licensing fees, effective January 1st, 2026. Also, authorizing the Director of Public Works to increase said fees annually by an amount not to exceed the cumulative percentage increase in the Consumer Price Index beginning January 1st, 2027.
Refer to the Public Works, Procurement, and Contracting Committee.
Ordinance 2025-009, providing for the adoption of modifications to Sections 6.09 and 6.13 of the Cuyahoga County Employee Handbook.
Refer to the Human Resources, Appointments, and Equity Committee.
Ordinance 2025-0010, enacting Chapter 511 of the Cuyahoga County Code, adopting the Cuyahoga County Credit Card Policy and Procedures in accordance with Ohio Revised Code, Section 301.27.
Refer to the Public Works, Procurement, and Contracting Committee. Committee report. and consideration of an ordinance for second reading.
Ordinance 2025-0007, enacting Section 202.11 of the County Code to establish a building department under the supervision of the county executive and the fiscal officer to exercise enforcement authority of and to accept and improve construction documents and conduct inspections in accordance with the rules of the State of Ohio Board of Building Standards relating to both residential and non-residential construction within the county.
This item will move to the November 25th, 2025 council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption. Miscellaneous committee reports. We'll start with Councilman Kelly.
Thank you, Mr. President. There is nothing for economic development, but public safety and justice will meet on Tuesday, the 18th at 1 p.m.
Thank you.
HR and appointments are meeting at the regular scheduled time. Thank you.
Operations, IT, and Transportation will be meeting on Tuesday, November 18th at 3 o'clock.
Health and Human Services, Wednesday, November 19th at 1 o'clock.
Public Works, Wednesday, November 19th at 10 a.m. to deal with the items referred today.
We will meet as the Committee of the Whole on Monday, November 17th, to go over budget amendments, approve substitutes, and any other referrals to council from 1 to 3 o'clock.
Community Development and Housing will meet this Monday at 10 a.m.
Environment Education's meeting Wednesday, the 19th at 3.
There also could be a committee of the whole meeting, if necessary, on Monday, November 24th at 1 p.m. if further work is needed on the budget. Is there any miscellaneous business?
Mr. President,
Yes.
'tis the season, as I said 2 weeks ago, for the state titles to be ferreted out down in Columbus or Canton, Ohio. And the first one up were the state champion back-to-back Bay Girl Lady Rockets winning the Division III soccer title. So they started, so hopefully some of the boys up here get in line and bring a couple titles back to Northeast Ohio.
And Mr. President, on that note, St. Ignatius had 6 state championships in soccer. They lost a heartbreaker in overtime in a shootout, 4-3 to a team down in southern Ohio, but I'm still so proud of them. Thank you.
Any other miscellaneous business?
Mr. President, could I weigh in just quickly? I just wanted to, it's okay with you, congratulate Sarah Parks Jackson, our friend and always friend from housing, who was inducted into the Ohio Housing Conference Hall of Fame today. So give it up for Sarah. And our newly hired Maisha Watkins is receiving an award from the University of Chicago for conceiving an Office of Violence Prevention. Lo and behold, she's now your director. So here's to Maisha as well. Thank you.
Anything else? Hearing none, this council stands adjourned. Thanks very much, everybody.